Don't start speaking in Morse code.
That was an explosion.
Hi, Clay.
Hello, Claystofer.
Did I
Claystofer.
leave?
Yeah.
Briefly.
No, I didn't. I wasn't even touching the computer.
Maybe it just
Well,
decided. Maybe Discord updated automatically and temporarily
I
moved
heard
you
the
from the call.
leaving noise and I thought one of you had left, but I could still hear both of you, and then it joined again.
Oh, that's super weird. What the hell?
it's just a Discord moment, really.
Did something I wonder if something happened there recently. It's been like noticeably worse as of recent, which is minorly unfortunate.
Oh.
Maybe Gary quitting his job just caused the whole company to fall apart.
Oh my god. If on ground and.
Who's Gary?
Wait, did Gary work for Discord?
For multiple years, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
It's not state, it's trigger. Jump trigger.
Gary, he's the guy who does moss ranking. It's a Gare Bear.
I don't you know moss ranking?
He worked at
Whore.
Discord for like 6 years and quit his job recently because he didn't want to keep doing it, and he had enough money in savings to quit his job for a year and become an indie game developer instead. And I'm like, that's pretty based.
I think I know less than when you started talking.
Huh, okay. That's literally not possible, but you know what? Sure. I like barring the literal impossibility of knowing less than when I started talking, I'm gonna blow you up with 1,000 million years of bomb. That was not directed at you, for the record. I'm gonna blow you up with 1,000 million years of bomb.
No, what I meant is that I now know how much I don't know, and my world has gotten larger. So proportionally, I know less than when you started talking.
Why the Excuse me.
Why are you mad?
For starters, good job figuring out that those were angry sounds, because they were. I was upset, and B, that was my mother talking.
That was not your mother talking.
No, you know when people like say something rude, and then they're like, "Oh, that was my father talking," because they genetically inherited being a prick or something. I question.
They blame all their psychological issues on their upbringing, I guess.
Which, I mean, fair thing, honestly. Typically is the result of that. More often than
You have
not.
to take responsibility at some point.
Well, yeah, but surely not. Like, okay, there's the thing. Most of the people I know who would say that are not at a point in their life at which they would need to take the responsibility. They are, like, 17. They're still
That's
very
fair.
much under the influence of their
That's
parents.
fair. I was imagining, like, somebody who's 40 being like, oh, sorry, I have daddy issues. Like, okay.
I mean,
well, get
you
over
know,
it.
psychological pain lasts a lifetime, but if you can't blame your trauma. Everyone's
But I
traumatized
stopped
a bit.
caring after 17. No, I'm kidding. I was gonna be a psychologist.
Oh man, what would ever make you not want to do that?
I couldn't get through all the English classes they were gonna make me do as a prerequisite
Oh,
for starting the
I actually
psychology
do not
classes.
think I could do psychology either then.
Yeah,
Like, psychology itself is pretty fun, but English is just the worst.
at least here.
I was
it's,
able to write endlessly about psychology. I could not write a single thing about, like, who am I? You know, like, fuck you. Literally, fuck you.
Do a literary analysis. No. I
Yeah.
don't want to. We had to analyze a poem where we'd read it 3 times and we'd try and figure out the meaning of the poem and stuff, and I did not try very hard on that one. Possibly one of my worst essays ever, actually.
What was your claim?
I don't even, like, it was, so the poem was The Tiger, and I mean, I was right about what it meant, partially anyway. I was like, it's talking about how, like, oh yeah, God, why does God have to create good and evil instead of just good? But, you know, without evil, we wouldn't actually have a proper definition of good. So that's why. Smile. And that was actually basically what the poem was trying to get at, which was astounding, considering that I thought I was being a downright moron when I wrote that.
Yeah, I was always told, like, my analysis was, like, wrong because nobody else made the same conclusion, but I was always like, no, it's right, that's what I thought it meant. So I'm right.
That's a part of the thing about analysis, you literally can't be wrong. Like,
I know,
it's
but
what...
everybody would be like, no, I
No,
don't
yeah,
think it's about that. I'm like, well, no, you're stupid, actually.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying. I just, like, I find it funny when people try and act like their analysis is somehow more right, as if, like, most of the things you will ever analyze the literary merit of, the author of it is long dead, so you literally have no idea what they actually meant, and it's just interpretation-based.
And also, sometimes, it can mean different things to different people over time. And the way that it's used has sometimes more to do with the meaning than the original intent. Things can change over time. You know?
I don't think things change over time, personally. It's my opinion.
For wow, controversial take.
Yeah.
Kiwi does not believe in time, period. Any time period.
I should be less silly.
Kiwi was never born and will never die.
That's true.
Kiwi eternal?
Kiwi is Seinfeld?
I didn't know
100,000 years of nothingness. Permanent solitude, etc. Jerry Seinfeld, when I murder him and his entire extended family tree. Wah, 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 wah.
I've been watching. I'm almost done with Seinfeld, the original actual show.
What do you mean the
As opposed
original
to-
actual show, as opposed to what? Don't just start laughing like a psycho. I think you're already spitting nonsense, Clay.
Anyway.
Clay, after not explaining anything. Oh, anyway, Markiplier. Get a grip.
Anyway, it's funny because they're all terrible people and they never learn, and the show doesn't even know that they're terrible. The show thinks they're the good guys. But
Jerry
they suck.
is-
All of them suck.
Jerry's ontologically evil, and I have...
Literally ontologically evil. Elaine is a terrible person. But my favorite is George Costanza. Gotta love him. I love him so much.
Someone told me I look like George Costanza.
That is, do not, I wouldn't take that.
I don't
wouldn't
think
take
I
that.
would either. I don't think I did when they said it to me.
I wouldn't take that. I would fight that one. But I don't know. I just
beat the-
love him.
I beat the George Costanza allegations.
Yeah, beat the George Costanza allegations. No, yeah, George. I like him because he just hates himself so much.
That was not a normal laugh. I'm so irregular, :3.
I can breathe out of one nostril. Just one. If I breathe too hard out of it, it whistles.
I used to be able to meow. It's not true. I just lied to you. I'm sorry.
Also, I've been listening to 8 hours of bird song.
I can't do...
What the fuck?
What the hell? Oh my god, no way.
I put on an 8-hour bird song YouTube video so that I could pretend I was outside.
That might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. Winner, $20,000 reward for the saddest thing.
Well, I don't want to get anybody sick.
Oh, I know, you're doing the right thing, but that does not make you less sad, unfortunately.
Well, I'm right next to my window and I look at the plants out there and that makes me also feel like I'm a little bit outside too.
Wow.
But
Outside roleplay.
3 feet from my window, there is a fence that's taller than me, so I can't even see my neighbor's house. I just see the fence.
Wow, you should make
Out
your
of my
neighbor
window.
explode. That's like completely unrelated, but I do think it would be rather
I
comical.
think they're a young couple with 2 very young children, and that would be very mean.
Me
Also, I'm
inflicting
gonna piss my pants, so I have to go.
like you have like a planned schedule for it. At 4, I will piss myself. I don't know what that was. Hey, Olmi, I need you to be normal pilled. Yep, worst sentence award goes to me, Habel.
Apple.
Why am I Mario? Brothers, implements are game. Oh. Get a job, get an employment, start a career. Don't send that fucker at me.
Get it, employees?
Oh, you are actually the world's biggest dickhead, Olmec.
He is pretty big.
How the fuck did that work? You ever just look? That's gotta be the single most astounding, successful thing I've ever done.
I have a thing here to set. Oh. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So that should correctly set my facing direction when I'm doing the directional jump. Yeah, it does. Still don't know why a directional jump makes you go twice as high. It's kind of weird. It's a little strange.
EDX. My favorite 3 letters on the keyboard. Okay. Now I just have to do the hard part of this. Just not dying repeatedly.
Maybe I'm supposed to move this into the directional jump code. Where do I set jump trigger? If input jump press, jump trigger equals true? No. Wait. No, that probably works. Do I set jump trigger? It should. Yeah. Okay, hopefully this isn't busted
Okay,
as fuck.
so my grand plan is that I will, after welding school, go to carpentry school. And then I will learn how to build my own house from scratch with all my new skills.
I don't know whether to call you a madman or a genius.
You can call me a gene man.
What? Okay, you know what? Sure. Hey, Gene, man, how you doing? Your new name is Gene now. Clay is no longer your name. You're Gene. Hey, Gene. Has the wife, Gene?
Like short for Eugene or like French for John?
No,
It's honestly your
it's
choice.
short for genial.
Genial.
Yeah, short for fucking whatever genial does. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna pretend like that's a real thing. That's a mental illness. Being named genial.
Oh shoot, I contracted genial.
Oh shoot, I contracted genial. I'm sorry. That's pretty stupid, and I think that's funny.
Why are jumps faster than they should be? I don't understand. I don't get it.
So then once I build my own house, no one can be mad at me and say, hey, pay me the mortgage, because I own the everything already.
How are you gonna buy the land?
Oh, I'll do that. I will mooch off of silver until I'm saved up enough.
Zazed? Zonked even? If you perhaps may?
Yeah.
What you might.
Yeah, but the first thing I would build is an outhouse.
I'm curious, I guess.
Because, above all else, I could bring a tent, but you can't bring an outhouse with you. So, like, while I'm building, I gotta shit somewhere.
I feel like that
Plus,
could
it's a good practice project.
that could be an analogy for something, I swear.
I've been using more cowboy analogies.
And you know what they say, you gotta shit somewhere. It is
I think it's really
remarkable how
fun to use
stupid this
cowboy
motherfucker is.
analogies.
That wasn't directed at you, by the way, Clay.
That's okay, I forgot to hear you.
Hear you.
I forgot sad face.
That's so real.
Okay. The difficulties of
Oh
being
my
an
gosh.
absolute fucking genius mad woman is that I'm too smart for my own good.
You have hysteria. Death to you for 1,000 years.
Well, yeah, that's about as long as you could reasonably keep me down. I'm so mad at you. You're actually, like, the worst person. Damn you. You platypus motherfucker.
Yo,
What?
I got a jump almost working. One of the jump types almost functions. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, neutral jump. If the thing then do the jump. If
If. I'm
you're
sorry.
falling, if you're falling and you're not holding neutral, then you can switch directions.
Oh my god, I love this 21 Pilots song.
Sorry. That's just not a sentence that I think people would say normally. I'm sorry for laughing hysterically at I love this 21 Pilots song. It's just absurd in concept to think that that's a real sentence. Oh
Well,
yeah,
I
guys,
was
I
making
fucking...
a joke about all the if statements. But... But I agree, I used to be a 21 Pilots fan and now I can't listen to anything they've ever made or I will kill myself.
Like this Reddit post, die instantly.
Literally.
New creepypasta Reddit post that kills you instantly if you like it. I should be an author.
It's not even it's so it's like so anticlimactic because you just like look at everybody who's liked it and there's no evidence that they died.
It's so anticlimactic, but like... like this Reddit post to die instantly.
What?
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 75 examples of
Whoa,
funeral
whoa.
thank you messages.
Clay, what?
For attending the funeral. 1. The funeral was difficult, but we needed to say goodbye and celebrate name of lost loved ones time with us. Thank you for coming and supporting us in our grief.
Oh,
Your
hell
presence
nah.
was appreciated and made this experience a little less difficult.
Let's go. One of the jumps is working completely as intended. Finally.
That's zassive.
So why the fuck is directional jump jumping twice as high? Like for what reason?
Just to be a little silly, maybe?
This should be after that. Probably don't actually want to set that like that. That's kind of silly. That's something like what? Oh god, okay. I don't get it. Why would you go through the ground, poor?
That's what I'm always saying.
Yeah.
That's so real of you.
I
Oh
wish that
gosh.
somebody would make me do my schoolwork.
Same. Maybe someone should just threaten me with vast amounts of power and money.
For me, I think I need something that is an actual incentive.
What if I sit it on you, but I was so heavy that you died if I did it? If you didn't do your work.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like incentives. I'm gonna take that back. I didn't mean incentive because incentives do not work for me. I need somebody to make the actual studying itself seem appealing. The same way they do with like standardized tests where they put you in a room and the only stimulus in the entire room is the test you're taking.
That's not making it appealing, that's just getting rid of appealing options.
That's what I'm saying. It makes it appealing because that's
Like
the most
relatively
appealing
appealing.
thing in
I
the
get what
room.
you're saying.
Yeah. It's like the people who press the do not press button after they know that it shocks and hurts them because there's nothing else to do for 10 minutes.
After they're well aware
Those
of the
people are fucked up.
consequences.
Those people are not okay.
They'll press it once at the beginning and then be like, oh, I'm not going to press that again because it hurts. And then they press it again at like the 7-minute mark.
I simply wouldn't.
It's like fairly common.
Well, I'm better than those freaks, so I wouldn't do it.
I would probably press it like at least 3 times.
For no other purpose than just being silly, right?
Well, I really just want to be. I would probably be like, oh, can I make myself press it again after I know that it hurts me? Like, it's like touching a hot stove. I would want to see how many times I could do it before I would stop. You know? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I would ruin the test, basically, is what I'm
Figure
saying.
this shit out.
Oh my god, I just did a thing. I'm so proud of myself. I did the book skip and Spelunky again. Low
Man,
percent style.
I've been listening to this bird song for 5 hours. I have 3 hours to go. Oh my god, I don't know why this area is most replayed. That's really funny. There's like there's a point 6.5 hours in that's the most replayed in the whole video, and it's probably just more bird song.
I mean, the fuck else would it be? You seem
don't know,
almost
maybe a
disappointed that
scare
it's
or
more
something?
bird song.
I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't want to skip there. That's cheating. I'm gonna listen to all of it. All 8 hours.
How long? How 8 hours of bird songs just feels excessive.
I've been listening for 5.
Man, someone really likes birds.
Literally, fuck you. Literally, fuck you.
Gritty? I'm so gritty. I'm so sturdy. The gritty
Sorry, what?
is still one of my favorite things.
That's respectable.
That's a whore. That's what I'm gonna call. That's what I'm calling the fucking things in hell. Succubus. That's a whore.
That's a little bit real of you. I told Silver I was gonna be too, like, tired and I worked too much recently and I wouldn't do this stuff tonight. And here I fucking am for the past, like, hour or two.
They call me Obama.
I wish I could work at my job more.
I wish I had a job that was fun to do.
I just miss my job, I think. I like going to school, but I miss being outside so much.
Being outside is like one of the best things.
It's literally one of, like, the top delights
The
in
universe
life.
was cooking when they invented being outside.
Outside, yeah. Being outside is great. Everything was great until they invented being inside, puking and throwing up my guts, really.
Can't be hit by any of these here. This is literally what the fuck. There are 6 spike balls. How am I supposed to get through this? Okay, so those all swing up at the same time. So I just need to worry about these guys. No, I can actually just stand here, which is a much better jumping off position. Those 2 do not go up at the same time. Also, I made a mistake in saying that.
Lisa, why are you so fucked freaked out?
Hey now, let's be nice.
Well, the guy is like, fine.
I mean, look at you. You're a freak. I'm sorry. That was so uncalled for. You're not a freak. You're normal.
I'm so normal. Everyone's a really fat deer.
What the scallop?
Okay, well I fixed that at least. That's good. Now you're fucking. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? Oh my god. Silver's
Did
collision.
you just say what the scallop? Is that what you said?
Yes, he did.
You like that?
What kind of bikini bottom ass swear word is that?
Do not call what I do bikini bottom ass. I'll fucking murder you if you ever say that shit to me again. I'm sorry. Uncalled for.
Bikini bottom ass is redundant anyway. Just say bikini bottom or bikini ass.
Bikini ass.
Kiwi what?
What?
Oh, I'm too nervous for girls now.
Girls? No, I don't believe that one. Not for a second.
I'm gonna be real. In the past, like, week, I've listened to Twin Fantasy by Car Seat Headrest, like, way more than anybody should in their entire lifetime.
You sound like me.
I'm dying out here. I'm dying out here.
I'm not even listening to Rise.
I don't know what it was, but the night before Valentine's Day, I, like, was listening to, like, oh, what was it? It was Bodies, and then I was like, I should listen to all of the album right now. And now it just made me kind of sad. I'm just sad right now. For no reason, other than the music is really good.
Will Toledo's something else. I actually don't think he's anything else besides a queer. I think that embodies it.
I've never heard, like, sadder, more beautiful poetry from, like, a gay furry in my life.
Right? Like, possibly the best gay furry.
Possibly, like, God's chosen gay furry.
He's like He's so just like me, for real. Like,
Yeah.
oh, to a worrying degree am I similar to Will Toledo.
Like I listened to all of Twin Fantasy in like middle school, and I was like, I don't really get it, and then I never listened to it again. And then like I was like, oh shoot, I should listen to this again. And it's been fucking my life up, I'll be real. Like every time he's like, oh, I don't feel like a human, I'm like, oh no, no, you can't be saying that because I was saying that you can't say what I'm saying. You know, I just everything's it makes me sad, but it's so good that I can't even be sad. It's like a really good.
I'm literally listening to Curtsy Headrest right now, by the way.
Nice, nice. What are you listening to?
I'm listening to fucking, what even is playing? Oh, Souls, which is not from Twin Fantasy, but from Monomania instead, which is probably my favorite Curtsy Headrest album. It's the follow-up to Twin Fantasy. Out of curiosity, you said you've been listening to it recently, the 2011 or 2018 version.
18.
Okay. I personally like the 2011.
It's on tape. I know the 2011 one is originally recorded on tapes. Um, but I'm a spoiled little baby, and I like when things sound good,
That's
and so I've been
honestly
listening
fair.
to
It's
the
like
2018.
minorly unpleasant
Yeah,
sometimes. It's certainly more apparent on some songs than others. Like, oh god, what? I'm thinking of
like
a
on
specific example.
okay. The my I think my biggest thing is like even on the 2018 one, I can almost barely tell what he's saying without lyrics, and so on the 2011 one, I have no idea what's going on. That's my defense, especially
Okay.
for songs like Beach Life and Death. I
Oh,
need help.
oh my
I
goodness,
need
that
help.
song is ridiculous.
I love it.
I love it too.
It's it's like three songs.
It
It's
literally is
good.
3 songs. It's kind
It's
of
literally three songs.
like he put 3 whole songs in one song.
Yeah. It's like 12 minutes long. We gotta love it.
No, but I was specifically thinking of Cute Thing on the 2011 version is literally just unlistenable. Like, you cannot tell what he's saying. Not even one word
Yeah.
he says.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because that song's great, and... I mean, I don't need him to... I don't need to understand the words he says, because, like, I already know all of them. Because I read the lyrics to songs when I listen to them, because I usually can't understand the words anyway. I do think it's interesting how most of the songs are faithful, like basically the same lyrics and the same music, and then some of them are like pretty different. Like Famous Prophets just being 6 entire minutes longer. Like he found 6 whole minutes of song. Well, he did. He had the unfinished song from his 2013 album Disjecta Membra, Pain Star, in which he made the conclusion to the new version of Famous Prophets, which I didn't realize
Right.
until I listened to both of them.
Yeah, and honestly, that's the one I'm like listening to over and over again right now. It's so good.
Oh, Famous Prophets. I think
Yeah.
the 2011 version, I've listened to it at least 200 times. It is like
Yeah.
my favorite song. His longer songs are really good. Like,
Yeah,
I like
like
the
usually
shorter
when
ones.
people make obnoxiously long songs, they kind of suck and they suffer
Pink
for it.
Floyd.
But these
Uh,
ones do not. They like benefit.
yeah,
They
no.
benefit from it.
I don't know if you've listened to much of his other stuff. Like, I literally don't. But
Uh, when I was younger, I listened to all of Teens of Denial. That was like my
mm,
shit.
well, he has a song from 2013, the Gun Song, which is 15 and a half minutes long and very good.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll put it on my like to listen to playlist.
yeah.